Hi there, I'm Don.
And hi, I'm Cindy. Welcome to Pearls of Liberty, September 21st, 2013, which I'm guessing is the first day of fall. So happy first day of fall.
I think the equinox is actually the 22nd.
Okay, well, we got to be getting close to that.
Tomorrow,
So,
yeah. Hmm.
so for our last Pearls of Liberty of the summer, we want to begin by mentioning this issue that Mario Murillo is having with Facebook. They are not permitting him to post to his fan page.
Yeah, this is pretty mind-blowing. It's the way that the smart censorship, the the high-tech modern way to do censorship is to not let the people that you're censoring know they're being censored. And that's kind of what they're doing here with Mario. He's he's got both a personal page and a fan page, and his personal page is already maxed out at 5,000 people. So, somebody like him that's a major evangelist and does major crusades, they obviously need to communicate to most people through the fan page, and his fan page is still available, but he personally cannot post to it. If you go to his WordPress blog, I think it's Mario Murillo Ministries.wordpress.com, right at the top there, you'll be able to read what he writes, but you can't see it on the Facebook fan page, which is where he normally posts things. So this is most likely, as Mario details in this article, due to pulling out all the stops, crackdown on people that are trying to um, really awaken people to what's going on with this administration, Benghazi, and the various scandals that are going on. Mario's right there exposing it, knowing that he's really attacking the Christian faith and the foundation of America. This president, so-called president that we have now, and Mario's calling it like it is, and he is a victim of this new modern censorship.
And I believe that Mario has a widely diverse cultural and racial following. So the administration and a lot of people in the government probably don't want Mario's message to be broadly disseminated. They might not care if, quote, Tea Party people, and quote, or people who are thought of as being conservative hear the message, but Mario really reaches well beyond those limits in the people that he touches.
Yeah, he naturally attracts people from a lot of different ethnic groups and is not easily stereotyped as being somebody that's a white guy from the South or anything like that. He is home ground in San Francisco, but he is unashamedly Christian and brilliantly proclaims the gospel in the midst of all of the culture wars and has done that for decades. So he's the kind of person that really is a threat to this takeover that's happening.
I think that Mike Adams, the health ranger, had difficulty posting on his Natural News Facebook fan page for a while. Do you remember that?
Vaguely, yeah, yeah.
It's something that has happened to other people, and often, if enough people make a big enough squawk about it, Facebook is kind of forced to begin to allow the person to post again because they have no grounds for blocking him. So if you happen to be on Facebook, maybe you can read this article and look up Mario's fan page, ministry page on Facebook, and like it, follow it, whatever. And our next topic, and the one that we will be looking at for the remainder of this week's Pearls of Liberty, is the countdown to Obamacare. This website kind of says it all. Well, it doesn't say it all. We have some other websites that say other things, but this communicates really what I think most liberty justice people are hoping for.
And the House of Representatives did pass a measure not to fund Obamacare. The question is whether or not that same measure can be passed in the Senate or not, and it actually appears pretty unlikely that it will. However, they will probably do whatever foot dragging they're able to do, and there's more and more people that are seeing that this is going to wreck the country, and it's by design, and they're not going to let it happen on their watch. So there's all kind of tactics that are being employed.
This first website, by the way, is actually a petition that you can sign. So and ask Congress. Well, actually, tell Congress don't fund Obamacare.
Yeah, we told Dianne Feinstein and Barbara Boxer not to fund it, and I'm sure they'll do what we said because they're our representatives.
Of course. Well, it never hurts to follow the procedure. And, it was effective in blocking an open attack on Syria. That war effort was pretty well blocked by the expressed opinion of many, many, many Americans, running like 450 to 1, asking Congress not to sign any bill that would allow for an attack on Syria.
I think there's some pretty strong evidence, too, that there were some very smart people working behind the scenes to make it impossible for them to fund that war, too. So it was both a popular opinion and the smart people behind the scenes on that one.
Maybe we'll get some smart people behind the scenes on this one. The Republicans in Congress, not that we're really tooting their horn because we're not huge fans, but it has been the Republicans in the House of Representatives who have written Obamacare funding out of the bill that's passed to prevent the debt ceiling. So this whole issue could really come to a boiling point as soon as October 18th.
Yeah, that's what we're counting down to. There's a showdown here going on to see whether or not Obama can pull off a miracle and get the support and the funding that he needs. And it's questionable whether he does have something up his sleeve. Bill Clinton was in a similar predicament in the late 90s and then pulled a rabbit out of his hat, and lo and behold, he was able to fund the government. So that happened with the situation of the Kuwaiti revaluation of their currency, and many people think that that's how Clinton did it. So it might be that Obama is positioning himself to do something similar with the Iraqi currency. We will see what happens.
And we do just want to mention that Ted Cruz is hoping, but at least publicly, to get a similar measure passed in the Senate to the one that was passed by the House, so that Obamacare is defunded. And that, as that article states, the 4 fatal flaws. It's very unlikely that would happen, but there is an alternative plan, perhaps, that Ted Cruz is following.
Yeah, this article is Cruz Smarter than we think. It presents the possibility that Ted Cruz doesn't want to talk about what he's really trying to do, which is to delay the implementation of Obamacare, saying we've got to look at this and this and this. Because if you tell your enemy your tactic is to delay, well, guess what? You just sort of gave away your war game, and he's probably not going to do that. So what he's attempting to do up front is to outright stop it, meanwhile working behind the scenes to do everything they can to delay it, because he actually knows that he doesn't have the votes to outright stop it in the Senate. So we shall see how that goes.
It's all very interesting, and if you hear any kinds of rumors, there are so many rumors. If you don't hear them, we don't really hear them either. We read them on nasaranews.blogspot.com. There are just so many rumors that something radical is going to happen, and that there's going to be a victory for liberty and justice and a restoration of the constitutional republic. But we're not holding our breath. Who knows?
Another great site is Rumor Mill News.
Yeah, it's fun to visit those sites. We don't often bring those to the table because it's certainly not 100% that what's there is true, but some of it probably is.
Mm-hmm.
So with that speculation, we will thank you for joining us for this week's Pearls of Liberty, and we hope you're having a great weekend.
And we want to remind you, as always, to see the world the way that it really is. See yourself in it. Walk your walk. You are the one you've been waiting for.